The beauty of doing an outside broadcast like this, as it were, is that you get to be able to have a guest on. So I thought we'd take the opportunity to talk to Fish from Simply Soul Mail Order about the upcoming Without Boundaries reunion at Christmas 2025, and perhaps talk about a bit of the history of the gig. So welcome, Mark.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm good. It's nice to be able to do this. I wouldn't get a chance to do this unless we were doing this out in this venue, you know?
Absolutely.
So, so great. So I suppose, Mark, just, I do know a lot of the history, obviously, of Without Boundaries, as a lot of the listeners will know, but passing of time and that. So when it started, did you look for a venue? You'd got this idea in mind and you found the venue?
Yeah, I guess there's a bit of a story to it. It was Christmas 2000 that the gig actually launched. And finding the event, it was actually myself and Colin Brown, who's a very good friend of mine that used to live in London at the time, and he actually moved up to Derby to be near to his sister all those years ago, and she invited him out for a meal, and they went to the Hard Arms, and he phoned me up. He said, I've been to this restaurant that's got a function room to it. Do you fancy doing a gig, putting an event on? Because Colin used to promote his own things in London, setting the standard and events like that in the 90s. And I said, okay, yeah, I'll come over and I'll have a look at it. And so I went over and I was like, yeah, this is really nice. Let's do it. And that was the start of it. So we got it all booked. And we started on Boxing Day 2000.
And I was there, yes.
You were there at that time. Initially you were just there as a punter, weren't you? But what happened, Colin actually moved to Cyprus fairly shortly after that, and I was left holding the baby, so to speak, and I carried on promoting it, and you then came on board as a resident alongside myself there. So that was the start of it, and your involvement in the gig as well.
That's right, and I think I probably missed a handful along the way, only a handful, some bank holidays when family wanted a holiday away, and I had no choice.
Yeah, at that point, we were at a place called the Hard Arms, which was a tiny little village just outside of Derby called Kings Newton. And we were there for 18 months. It was great. We had some fabulous nights there. At that time, we were doing it monthly. We were every month on a Saturday. We were doing the bank holiday events as well. So we were on at Easter, the two May bank holidays, August, and of course Christmas when we started as well. And we had guest DJs from right across the country there playing. And probably over the years, the 7 years, which we'll get onto, we had about 50 guests all told over that time. But we had PAs on as well at the gig. Probably one of the most memorable was having Shabazz over when I had the record label, and we had First Experience Records, and he came over to promote that album, and he did a lot of promo for it. We were in London doing various radio stations, and he was doing a few shows in London as well, but he finished off doing our event there at the gig, and it was terrific. There were over 300 people that turned up on the night. It was videoed. BBC Radio Derby did a video of it on the night, and it was amazing. Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, I think thinking back, didn't Alicia Laverne was at the Hardinge as well, and Headquarters?
Headquarters was one of the PAs we had on. It was actually the first event after the Hardinge closed, and we went to the Bass Museum. But at the Hardinge itself, we had Alicia did it, Gary Desertage performed there, and Shabazz. When we moved to the Bass, and we moved to the Bass because we lost that venue after about 18 months. What happened, it had a massive car park, and they'd put in for building application to actually build on the car park, and it took a while to get it through, but after 18 months it got approved, and what happened was that the pub itself, the front of the pub was listed, so they couldn't.
That's what I was just going to say. I remember that, but the function room wasn't, unfortunately.
No, the function room wasn't, and so they knocked that down and they built on the really big car park on the back, so it's a huge housing estate now. So we had to look for a new venue.
So you were then left holding no baby, as it were.
Well, at that point we had no gig, we had no events, and I thought, right, what are we going to do here? Are we going to just knock it on the head, or do we look for another venue? And that's what we started to do, and it took a little while, a couple of months, to find the right thing, and somewhere in the kind of vicinity, and we ended up going to Burton and the Bass Museum. So that's when that started.
That brings us up to that point. So let's play this track in the background. I thought we'd play a couple of big Hardinge Arms or Without Boundaries tunes. Now, some of these tunes weren't just played at the Without Boundaries, but they certainly were instrumental at that gig. So, before people think, well, this was played everywhere, but, they are big records from that time. So we'll play this in the background, Shaz it in the side, and then we'll pick the story up after that.
Came from the inside.
Yeah, so big record at Without Boundaries for sure. Shaz, inner side, yeah?
Yeah, it certainly was one of the biggest records there, but there were many. I mean, there were so many good records coming out at that time in the early 2000s, and it was a really great period for new music in general.
Yeah, it was, because we were going, Presswich in Manchester, Without Boundaries, Soul Underground in Walsall, all these. It was really fertile, wasn't it? Great for new music.
Yeah, it was, and it just kind of, it was a natural progression at that time. There was so much new music being played at gigs, but Without Boundaries wasn't just about playing new records. As the title, suggests, it was really all eras, soul, jazz, and house from the 70s to, the present time, which was 2001, 2, around that period.
Yeah, so the move to the Bass Museum. So what year? Just date that for us.
We moved in 2002 to the Bass. That was the venue after, obviously, the Hard had shut. And we were there for the best part of 6 years. And again, great times.
Yeah, and of course that saw it move to 2 rooms, didn't it?
It did. We had all sorts of things going on. I mean, we started off in the 1 room. We then expanded it a little bit to 2 roomers, where we had 1 room playing the 70s, classics and connoisseurs cuts and rarities, and then the 2nd room, which yourself and I DJ'd in, was anything other than that, sort of 80s and 90s classics through to what was new at the time, whether it be soul or house, off of CD and vinyl. So yeah.
Yeah, and I remember I used to do the first sort of 60, 90 minutes, something like that, and play a lot of the new releases and some mellower cuts when people were coming in and they were going over to your record bar and looking for these records.
Yeah, a legendary time, really. You were playing all those new things, and it was great to hear them early doors because, it wasn't all about the dance floor when people were coming through. It was great to just listen to brand new music, and you didn't have to worry too much about the dance floor then until later on in the night. So you could play whatever you wanted, really, and that's exactly what we did.
Yeah, that's right. And I used to come on with you at the end of the night, didn't I? And we used to finish off the end of the night, obviously keeping the dance floor busy. Yeah,
it's certainly dance floor friendly, for the last 4 or 5 hours of the gig, and that last hour itself it was good fun, wasn't it? Yeah,
it was great, and like I say, it was great for me to see people going over to your stall to look for these records that you're playing. They'd come up and say, "What's this?" and then send them over to you, and 9 times out of 10 it was something you'd got on the stall, and I took a lot of pleasure out of that because I love my music, I love promoting it, as you know, and I really enjoyed that part of it, seeing people go and buy the music, and it was great.
Yeah, I mean, we have the record store there. Obviously, I run Simply Soul mail order, so I am selling new music and have done for the best part of 30 years now, and that's what it was all about. And it was really nice to have people, say, "I've just heard that. Have you got it for sale?" And I say, invariably, yes. Is that what you're looking for? And they'd buy it there and then on the spot. So that was great.
It was great, and so I guess we need to move it on and just say. So it took us up to Christmas 2007 when we finished at the Bass and stopped Without Boundaries. Is that right?
It finished. Yeah, that was the final event. It was Christmas 2007, and there were a number of reasons really. I had other things going on in my life. I just felt that after 7 years, sometimes you know when it's right to call time in a gig, and it wasn't because it wasn't busy, because it was. I mean, that final evening was absolutely rammed. It was a really, really good night, a great atmosphere, and tinged with a bit of sadness, I suppose, really. But it was time, to call it a day, I think, and that's what we did.
I know what you mean, because we were very much the same with Soul Purpose. We ran that from 2005 to 2013, and people said to me at the time, "Why are you stopping this? It's great." I said, "Yeah, but I don't want to stop it when it fizzles out and nobody's interested. To stop it when it's good and people remember it forever, and when we put those one-offs on, they come back because they ask about it. They say, when are we going to have a Soul Purpose, a one-off, a Christmas one or something like that? And they still ask now, So, yeah, it's a difficult decision to stop it when it's popular, but I feel it's probably the right thing to do, not let it fizzle out.
It was definitely the right time to do it for me, and that's what it was about. It was my decision. It was my promotion at that time, and it just felt right. But the amount of people that just kept coming up continuously over the years, I mean, we're talking 18 years now since the event actually, finished, and there's just been a constant flow where I've seen people out at events and they've said, you've got to do a revival, you've got to do a reunion night, and I just said no, I don't want to do it, and it got to this year, and I thought, you know what, it's 25 years since we started that event. Maybe it is the right time to do something. So, and then I just, that little seed was there in my head, and I just started looking into it a little bit more, the feasibility of doing it. And the original intention was to go back and do it at the Bass, and I then found out that it had actually closed in 2022, even though Coors still own the site. They're the current owners, Coors Brewery, because of after COVID, the venue was losing a lot of money, and they just decided that they were going to shut it, even though they still retained the whole site itself. It's closed, the museum closed, the venue's closed there, so I had to look for another venue, and that was it wasn't difficult, actually. I looked at a couple of places, but the original events manager at the Bass Museum, I remember at the time, moved over to the place that we are now going to be going to, which is the Branston Golf and Country Club in Burton, and she moved there back while we were doing the Bass, and she asked if I wanted to move the event, and I said no, I'm happy where we are, I'm going to stay. So, but I did know about the venue, even though I'd never actually looked at it. But I went across, had a look at it. It just blew me away. It is an amazing venue. They've spent a lot of money on it over the last couple of years. They've spent about £2 million refurbing it, but it's got as being a golf and country club, there's an 18-hole championship golf course there, so the golfers in the Seoul community can even come early and have a round on the Sunday if they want to.
Yeah, we'll have to tell Mr. Fenn,
if Arthur's coming, if you're listening, Arthur, and you fancy a round of golf, or Seoul Sam even, they could get their golf clubs out and come round in the afternoon. But yeah, there's so much more to the venue. It's terrific. As soon as you walk in, you're just blown away. It's a lovely, lovely venue, and I'm really proud to be hosting this, revival night there, and that's what we're going to do on the 28th of December.
That's right, Sunday the 28th. So I guess that's a good point, Mark. If you've got the flyer there, you probably know it all off the top of your head anyway, of course. But if you want to just tell us specifically about that particular night, and then I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you for your favourite ever Without Boundaries tune that you played.
God, I wish you'd asked me that before. There's too many, but let me have a think about that while I'm talking. The gig itself is Sunday the 28th of December 2025, so it's just after Christmas, the perfect getaway after Christmas to dance some of that excess turkey off and get your dancing shoes on, because that's what it's all going to be about, having a good time and seeing a lot of people that we've not seen. I know there's people that are coming that haven't been maybe that active on the scene for a little while that are going to be coming. There's going to be people that are going to come for the first time that never even went to Without Boundaries, that have said, yeah, we're going to come, we really fancy this, but there's going to be all sorts of people there, and it's going to be just amazing. I know it is, and it runs 7 o'clock until 1 in the morning. It's an all eras gig in one room, so we play everything from soul, jazz and house from the 70s to present day, which was always the ethos of the gig, back in the day. So it's not just going to be an oldies fest and a revival and all things that were played back then. Yes, you're going to hear those things, but you're also going to hear some new tracks from what's current as well in December. In
the true spirit of Without Boundaries, as they say.
Exactly, and just to give you a flavour of the people that are going to be playing on the night, we've got guests Colin Curtis, Paul Garland and Adam Buchanan, alongside obviously yourself, Colin Brown and me as residents from back in the day. So and it's the Branston Golf and Country Club. It's in Branston, Burton-on-Trent, which is in Staffordshire, for those of you that are not familiar with the area. It's really easily accessible off the A50, so it's good for north and south, or wherever you're coming from. It's ever so easy to get to. And we're actually doing advance tickets. You can pay on the door. There will be entrance on the door, but we're doing advance tickets through the website at Simply Soul. So if you go on there, click on the events tab, you can buy your advance tickets through the website as well. So
we're looking forward to it. It's fair to say, aren't we? We're looking forward to it. So are a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I've been around on this scene for what feels like forever. I don't get that excited about too many things now, and that's not being, big-headed or anything like that or whatever, but it just takes a lot to really kind of, get me excited about anything. And obviously, I'm going to say, because it's my gig, it's going to be great, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, but I genuinely really am pretty excited about this. It's just going to be really, really, really good. So
it is. So we're really looking forward to that. So the date for your diary is Sunday, 28th of December 2025, the 25th anniversary of the birth of the what is now legendary Without Boundaries sessions. So do join us. As Mark says, you can get advance tickets on Simply Soul, firstexperiencerecords.com, or you can pay on the door. So we're really looking forward to that. I was thrilled when he told me he was going to do this reunion. So we're looking forward to that. So, favourite record over the years? I'm putting you on the spot now.
Can I give you about 20?
You can give me a couple.
I think it's got to be Hard Soul featuring Ron Carroll, which has got very special memories. You're playing it. It just was an anthem there. I mean, there were lots of records that were anthems. And again, you mentioned earlier, not everything that was played there was certainly, exclusive to Without Boundaries, but this really resonates. And it was just a massive, massive record there. And it always got played towards the end of the night and went down a storm. So.
Yeah, no, it is. It is a great record, and it stood the test of time. It's still played to this day. Such a fantastic tune from Ron Carroll. Mark, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for talking to us.
Thank you very much. No, I really enjoyed it, and it's great just to, spread the word about the gig and let people know what's happening. And if you fancy it, please come along, and you will have an absolutely fantastic night. I can promise you that.
You will indeed. Okay, Mark, thanks very much, and we'll get on with the music, and we'll play Ron Carroll in its entirety.
Things together. see the pain inside. I need you in my life forever. This time we'll take our time and savor the sweet love we feel for one another. For the rest of our lives, I'll be your lover, yeah. I never meant to make you cry. Never meant to make you cry. I never meant to say goodbye. No. You and put things together. My love, the promises I made hurt you. I know they hurt you, baby. None of them became what's true. I wanna come back to you and put things together. Let's keep us together. Let's share love forever. Don't leave me never. Hold on to the future. Let's keep us together. Let's share love forever. Don't leave me never. Hold on to the future. Let's keep us together. Let's share love forever. Don't leave me never. I know we need to bring it back together. Let's keep us together. I know we need to stay together. Please stay with me. Please stay with me. Hold on to the future.
Be sure to join us for the massive Without Boundaries Christmas Revival 25th anniversary night on December 28, 2025, celebrating the birth of these legendary events back in Christmas 2000. Join guest DJs Colin Curtis, Paul Garland and Adam alongside original residents Fish, Colin Brown and Mark Randle playing all era soul, jazz and house, 70s to present day, plus the best of the new grooves in the true spirit of Without Boundaries.
You invited me to dinner.
The action takes place from 7pm to 1am in the luxurious surroundings of the Pavilion, Branston Golf and Country Club, Burton Road, Branston, Burton-on-Trent, Staffordshire, DE14 3DP. £10 advance ticket at all the W's firstexperiencerecords.com, selecting event tickets, or it's £12 on the door. Further info mail Mark Coddington at btinternet.com. Don't miss this!